hey, what's up on this July 4th Eve? Uh, it's me and Equa coming to you talking about some digital marketing. Okay, we're talking about hashtags. I know people don't really talk about them anymore. At one point, it was like it was really a subject that was coming up all the time, but we want to talk about is it a friend or is it a foe to your social media and how we
Right.
can unlock that power of some hashtags for your business and your nonprofit. So, I am Lisa Noble. I am your executive brand artisan, and I work with nonprofits and businesses so that they can elevate their brand. They can really speak to the audiences that they want to speak to. For nonprofits, as donors and volunteers, as well as just really put a fire under the impact that they're showing, so they can be really visible on social media and off. What about you, Equa?
Yeah. I own EO Digital Marketing, and we help you get found online. We make sure that we're helping you get in contact with your ideal client, and not that you're just getting in front of them, but that you're getting the conversion, that
Hmm.
you're connecting with them.
Right, because it's a whole system, you guys. It doesn't just start and end with social media. Then we also have to make sure that our websites, all our platforms that we have behind the scenes, our emails, everything is working to our good, so that we can really nurture our audiences and convert them
Yes.
to paying customers, because that's what it really is all about. So I want to talk about, first of all, let's talk about what hashtags are, because there's some people who maybe even in this world don't understand exactly what's a hashtag. For me, I think it really segments your content and really helps to ground people to say, this is where I am, um, this is where I'm supposed to be. It really helps if somebody can click on it to find your content. It's just a way to really have keywords that let people know that this is the content that they want to read. That's the way I feel about it. What about you, Equa?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think of it as a user experience. Like that helps me by seeing what's down below. I mean, like it stands out to me more unless they put 1,000 of them there.
Yeah.
Um, um, and so I think it improves user experience.
Hmm.
But I do understand the debate based on what people are looking at, what numbers are doing, and things like that. I think I don't know if I'll ever be in the camp of. I think you should have your branded hashtags because I think that allows other people to follow you, and and people may be following that specific topic, or searching for that specific topic,
Hmm.
that would be helpful. But word on the street is that hashtags do more harm than good.
Why are they saying that?
Well, they're saying based on the numbers that that people that the way the algorithm is for like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, when you add a hashtag, it's showing it to that specific audience and not necessarily your own audience,
Hmm.
your people in your network. And so and then they're reducing it by like five, so it's only 5%. It's not even 10% of your audience, it's 5% of your audience.
Mm.
And so the so I don't know. I mean, data is relative.
Hmm. So, yes, I'm on live, babe. Huh? No, thank you. Sorry about that. We are live, y'all. We got families here. The dog may bark, a baby may cry. We might
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
we might have honeys calling us out to talk about Sam's Club. So we live here. So what I hear you saying is that they are only, so when you put hashtags, and I know we are not supposed to do our 30 that we initially used to do. So if say we put these five hashtags, So what you're hearing is that it's only going to show it to those specific hashtags. It's not going to show it to our audiences that
Mm-hmm.
are that have followed us. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I hadn't heard about that. I know that the algorithm, like for Facebook, they're only showing it to like maybe 1 or 2% of our followers. Like the people that you talk to on the regular, or if you notice on your timeline, like Facebook, Instagram, you're seeing the same people all over. The same people over and over again, even though like some of us have 6,000 people that are so-called following us or we're following them, we don't see everybody
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So
So,
I can see that being a real issue.
mm-hmm. So in theory, hashtags are supposed to expand your reach, right?
They
It's
are.
not just your audience; it's the people outside.
Agreed.
You would hope, and it would improve engagement, help you build community,
Hmm.
increase your discoverability, and expand your reach. But
Hmm.
what they're saying is what hurts is that it kind of it feels spammy
Hmm.
to some folks, and that's kind of the opposite of user experience. Like people don't
Hmm.
like feeling spammy; they're going to repel from that.
Yeah.
Um,
That's really odd. I would love to hear what people have to say about that. I don't feel spammed. For me, it's kind of like
I do when there is like a big
when
paragraph
there's
of
a brick.
hashtags.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that. I'm just like, eh, like immediately. Like
they
you're
have
trying
to
too
be
hard, man. You're
relevant
trying
too.
too hard.
Yeah, they have to be relevant too. Don't just grab the most popular hashtags unless they are relevant to the industry you're in. They're relevant to your subject matter. Um, they're giving me context of what it is. To me, they're like a GPS, right?
Mhm.
You this is the right post. If I click this hashtag, then I should see your post. But also, if I'm following you, I should also see your content.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think that's the relevance is similar to like what we talk about when about content for your website, which
Mhm.
is that it is in context,
Yeah.
that it aligns. And like, let's take something viral. Like, there's a viral hashtag going on, and you try to ride that wave by trying to make your, let's say, how what's been the battle with Drake and what's his name?
Okay. Kendrick? No.
Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
right? So let's say you try to ride that wave and talk about how branding is a battle, and you try to, try to incorporate the rap battle.
Yeah.
Well, that's
People
not in
have
the
done it.
context. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not the right context, and people are just like, yeah, that doesn't
Hmm.
belong here.
Unless, because I've seen people use like TikToks, like kind of doing the Kendrick Lamar, like when he was on stage, I guess this last thing that he did, and
Hmm.
they were using it in a way that social media was kind of like the theme of it, but the actual skit or whatever had something to do that was similar to
Hmm.
Kendrick Lamar, and
Hmm.
how he was kind of downplaying Drake. So
Right. Right. So if you can make it work, like
yeah.
literally make it work and make it really truly clever
Hmm.
and fun or interesting, like, all right, I see you, you will get more eyes on it because that's what's viral right now. So people that
Yes.
are interested in that will stop and pause.
Right.
But in
Are
general,
they
if it's
going to
out of
be the person that
context,
actually follows you and purchases from you? Not
yeah,
necessarily.
exactly. So, but as far as your ideal client, probably
Hmm.
not there.
Hmm. Yeah. And then there's some that get overused, and from what we hear, shadow banned. You could get shadow banned if you kind of use them because they are
Hmm.
spammy. So there are some negatives to using the most popular hashtags. So
Hmm.
in that way, it
Yeah.
can definitely harm you. Nobody wants to get shadow banned at all.
Hmm. Right.
Um, so definitely, but I think they can be used to the good. Like, um, for nonprofits, we got Giving Tuesday coming up, or so using that hashtag around that particular time could be beneficial because that is specific to your industry
Hmm.
when you're
Yeah.
looking for donations and things like that. So
Yeah, if people, yeah. Yeah,
What do you think
definitely.
about branded hashtags?
I think they're cool. Honestly, like my thought on them off the top is that I think like a hashtag I used to see was a branded hashtag for a conference I used to go to for MobCon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know it's we're going into MobCon season and you want to maybe see who the speakers are and stuff like that, you can search the hashtag and find
Mm-hmm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's a good use case
Yeah.
of a scenario. I think if you have any kind of special things or isms, that is just unique to you,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, use
So
it because
it's
it brings
creating
brand
community.
awareness.
Yeah. It's creating community too. Like I've used it for like, when clients have challenges or something, you need your own hashtag for people to kind of reference back to. They put their picture up and then they reference that hashtag. Then you have everything in one spot. That's
Mhm.
a good use case for it as well.
Yeah. So it can be helpful to monitor performance and to see what is working and to make it easier to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think at the end of the day, any marketing is A/B testing.
Mm.
Test it and see what shakes out. See what works
Yes.
for you. Because I think that the effect of it is probably going to be that the punishment of it is going to depend on the industry and the topic,
Mm.
and the reward of it is going to depend on the industry and the topic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how a branded hashtag is going to hurt you. Like that doesn't really like. Are they saying that it's not going to get any reach because you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if nobody's looking for it, nobody's looking for it. So how is that going to hurt you?
I can see it being beneficial, or it's just taking up space. Like if you have I think, how many are we supposed to have now? Only maybe about five.
Right. Five
So within,
max,
yeah,
seven.
five
Yeah, yeah.
max. So within your five, if you wanted to have your branded, then if it's worth it to you if it makes sense to have your branded one, then go ahead. But um, my thing is, this is how I feel about social media. So things are right as rain and everything's good. First they had us 30 hashtags. Then they were like, oh, hashtags are bad.
Mm.
Don't use any hashtags. Now we're back to use at least 5 hashtags. So say you don't use any hashtags because you were like, well, they got me before and it's not working. And then hashtags become a big thing again. And then you have all these posts that don't have any hashtags. So
I think it really depends and relies on context, like so
yeah.
much. Like what I think is important, like let's say you have really carved out a niche in coaching, right? Like you've got this niche and you've got it figured out, dialed in, and you're making money. Well,
Mm-hmm.
if you keep on adding the hashtag wellness coach, a more general hashtag, people are going to start seeing your secret sauce and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to start duplicating it. And that duplication is what is going to start pushing down your value and going to start pushing down your traffic because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to start getting spammy.
Yeah. And some of them are just so large anyway. So go for the smaller hashtags. That was
Yeah.
always a strategy, not necessarily the ones that have 1 million and 600,000 posts already on it, because you will continue to get pushed down and you will never be at the top of the page.
Hmm.
I think that's still a true strategy.
Yeah.
Look for the ones that are not popular.
Yeah.
And even if it's like 2,000 people in it.
I think I might test it. I think so. If you take one post, you take
Mm-hmm.
a post, post it with hashtags,
Mm-hmm.
same time, maybe the next week, try it again, and at the same time, and do it with hashtags and see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's the same audience, same time, and see what it does. So,
Yeah.
okay, now we got our little experiment we're going to do.
Okay. A/B testing, you guys. All right. Well, thank you for listening to our spiel. I hope that this was helpful to you all. And we appreciate your time. If you want to leave a comment after, on the replay, we would love to answer any questions that you may have, or just give us a that a girls, and we'd be happy about it, because we're trying to do this thing. So we appreciate you
Yep.
guys coming on. All right,
Yes.
so have a wonderful holiday. You too, Equa. Hang on after
Yeah.
this, but have a wonderful holiday, you all. Eat too much, eat really good. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take some naps.
And
I
be
took a
safe.
nap
Be
today.
safe.
Yes, be safe. I took a nap at 2:30 today, and
Good
it
job.
felt so good.
I
Like,
can tell you were glowing. I saw it when you got on. I was like, oh, look at her. She just must have got out of,
well,
came
it's
out
the
the beauty
makeup
shop.
too, but after I was sick for the last time we were on, so you have that to compare it to as well. But yeah, I took a nap. I was like, yes, this is the life.
Mhm.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.